Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua will be making the fine adjustments in his training camp in order to prepare for Andy Ruiz, his late replacement. Now, it's not as late as the last replacement he had. He only had 8 days notice when he was going to take on Carlos Takam when Kubrat Pulev pulled out of his mandatory spot when he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua for the IBF belt. But this time, Anthony Joshua has a little bit more time, so he can adjust his training to the prospect of Andy Ruiz. Now, Andy Ruiz is smaller than Jarrell Miller. He's shorter. Jarrell Miller is about 6'4", I think, whereas Andy Ruiz is 6'2". Andy Ruiz is quite round, really. I'm not being harsh to him, but the guy certainly ain't skinny. So he's a bigger guy, but he has fast hands. He's kind of an anomaly, really. He has fast hands. I mean, his movement isn't brilliant, but I mean, for his size, he does well. He also hits very hard, and arguably, he put in a great, possibly title-winning performance against Joseph Parker. I believe Joseph Parker just edged out that fight. I had Joseph Parker just winning, but it was very, very close. And Joseph Parker, he's a good fighter. I mean, he's still fighting at the top level in the heavyweight division. He pushed Dylan White quite close. He almost had him out of there in the last round. So Joseph Parker is a very good fighter, and that's Andy Ruiz's only loss. So that just shows the kind of fighter Andy Ruiz is. Despite the way he looks, he doesn't look like a great fighter, and he's not a very good sell for the casual fan. But the guy can fight. I don't think he will cause all that many problems for Anthony Joshua though, because Anthony Joshua will be too fast and probably too powerful, too slick. His positioning will be too good, because Andy Ruiz, he can get himself into good positions. He can fight well on the inside. It's just whether he can get past Anthony Joshua's jab, because Anthony Joshua is putting together a very good fight pattern that includes a great jab and great positioning. He's not so careless as he was earlier on in his career because he can't afford to be. You cannot be in those kind of fights and maintain a long career like Vladimir Klitschko did. Because Vladimir Klitschko, he was a safety first fighter despite having a high knockout ratio. Perhaps Anthony Joshua is going down the same route. So what adjustments will Anthony Joshua be making in order to take on Andy Ruiz? Well, for Jarrell Miller, I guess he was looking at grappling more, holding on to him, being able to push him back, because Jarrell Miller will be walking forward, and Jarrell Miller will also be rolling under shots and trying to get in on the inside. I'd say Andy Ruiz will be doing the same, trying to get on the inside, but I don't think he will be as physically imposing as Jarrell Miller. In fact, I'm certain of it. So what Anthony Joshua will try and do with him is the same thing he done to Povetkin. He will have to throw straight shots, a lot more straight shots, in order to stop Andy Ruiz from coming in. Now obviously Andy Ruiz will then have to adjust his feet and move his angle in order to get past those straight shots, and if Anthony Joshua is fast enough on his feet, then he can stop that from happening. So Andy Ruiz will have to use his movement, which again, I don't think is top notch, to be honest. So if he has to do that in order to land a punch, then Anthony Joshua will be able to keep him back and make him hesitant about coming through Anthony Joshua's punches. Because obviously if Anthony Joshua didn't punch hard, then Andy Ruiz would just walk through him. But Anthony Joshua does punch very, very hard, so Andy Ruiz will not be wanting to walk through those punches. He will be wanting to get hit as least as possible, because obviously anything that goes in against Anthony Joshua can knock you out. So he's going to want to be slipping punches and trying to get past those straight shots, because Anthony Joshua, he cannot throw hooks against a fighter like Andy Ruiz, because he will just roll under the shots and then get on the inside. He has shorter arms, which is not great for fighting at distance, but if you have shorter arms on the inside, then he can get his shots away and get a lot of power into those shots, really twist his hip and throw sickening shots to the body. So that is what Anthony Joshua is going to have to be careful for against Andy Ruiz. Obviously Andy Ruiz has the fast hands, he has a lot of power, and the guy is tough as old boots. He will be in there for as long as he can be in there. Let's remember, his only loss came against Joseph Parker. That was not a knockout loss, that was a close decision loss. So this is not the fighter he looks on the scales. He'll bring more to the table than the casual fan will imagine. Guys, what are your thoughts on this fight? Do you think it's a good fight? Are you excited for it? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please tell me a prediction for the fight also. When do you think it will end, and who do you think will win? Are you going with an upset, or are you going with Anthony Joshua maintaining his world title status, then going after the pussycat Deontay Wilder? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below, please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.